What would you give if the price of success was everything you love? It is a question we rarely ask, and yet it is the very foundation of our existence. From the moment we are children, the world whispers into our ears, be successful, climb higher, become more, achieve everything. Success becomes the horizon we are taught to chase. It is presented as the light, as the goal, as the promise of happiness. But behind every shining story of success lies a darker, untold one. The story of what was lost along the way. The story of nights spent alone, of bodies pushed beyond exhaustion, of dreams abandoned in silence. We love to celebrate success, but we do not love to acknowledge its cost. We love to see the crown, but we do not see the scars carved into the skull that wears it. Think of the names history remembers: the conquerors, the inventors, the leaders, the creators. Their victories are carved into stone, their legacies preserved in books. But what about the sacrifices we do not see? The relationships they destroyed, the moments they missed, the inner battles that ate away at their souls. Success, no matter how bright, always casts a shadow. And so the question is not whether sacrifice is necessary. It always is. The question is, do you truly know what you are willing to sacrifice? Or are you simply giving away pieces of your life to an altar you never chose?
Why do we do it? Why do we willingly burn ourselves in the fire of ambition? The answer lies deep within the human psyche. Psychologists tell us that the brain is wired to trade the present for the possibility of the future. We endure pain today because we hope tomorrow will be better. This is survival. It is written into our blood. But beneath survival, there is something darker: pride, vanity, the intoxicating belief that we are different, that our suffering means more, that if we work harder, bleed more, suffer longer, we will prove to ourselves and to the world that we are worthy. Nietzsche once wrote, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." Sacrifice becomes that how. It becomes the structure that holds us together, the evidence of our purpose. We convince ourselves that the scars are proof that we are alive, that the suffering is the sign that we are destined for greatness. But here lies the danger. Sometimes sacrifice is not chosen, it is manipulated. Society teaches us that to sacrifice for success is noble. Work longer hours, sleep less, give up joy, destroy your health. Sacrifice your soul for a paycheck, for applause, for recognition. And we obey, believing that the suffering itself is holy. But what if the reward never comes? What after decades of sacrifice, you reach the top and realize the summit is cold, empty, and silent? The applause fades, the recognition disappears, and the mirror shows you a stranger, a shell of the person who once dreamed, someone who burned themselves into ashes for nothing. Look around you. We live in a world addicted to the image of success. Social media feeds us highlight reels of other people's victories, convincing us that we are behind, that we are failing, that we must sacrifice more if we want to keep up. Success is no longer about meaning. It has become a performance, a mask. We sacrifice sleep to work longer hours. We sacrifice presence with our family to answer emails that do not matter. We sacrifice our health in exchange for currency that cannot buy back the years we have lost. We tell ourselves that it is temporary, that one day it will all pay off, that one day we will finally have the time to live. But for most people, that day never comes. They sacrifice youth only to arrive in old age with nothing left but regret. They sacrifice relationships, only to find themselves surrounded by strangers. They sacrifice peace, only to realize that the noise of achievement cannot fill the silence inside. This is not sacrifice. This is slavery, disguised as ambition. And the cruelest part? The world applauds it. Society rewards those who destroy themselves for progress. We hand out trophies to those who burn the brightest without noticing that the fire consuming them will leave nothing but ashes.
And yet, not all sacrifice is corruption. Sometimes sacrifice is love. Sometimes it is the most human thing we can do. The parent who gives up their own dreams so their child may walk further. The friend who sacrifices comfort to stand by someone in darkness. The soldier who walks knowingly into death so others may live. There is nobility in sacrifice, but nobility does not erase tragedy. Even the purest sacrifices carve scars into the soul. Even the most selfless acts demand a price. The philosopher Schopenhauer once said that life swings like a pendulum between pain and boredom. Sacrifice is that pendulum's weight. It demands movement. It demands choice. And every choice kills another. To choose one life is to sacrifice another. To embrace one destiny is to bury countless others. And this is the greatest burden. Most sacrifices go unseen. The world rarely thanks the one who sacrifices. Most of the time, the world forgets. The parent is not remembered. The soldier's name is lost. The thinker dies in obscurity. The sacrifices that shaped the world are buried beneath it. And still, without them, there would be nothing. This is the paradox. Sacrifice may lead you to success, but success itself may destroy you. The mountain peak is real, but when you arrive, you may realize that you have nothing left. You traded your body, your mind, your relationships, your joy. You reached the top, but you are no longer the person who once dreamed of being there. True success is not about gain. It is about knowing what you can lose without losing yourself completely. It is about choosing your sacrifices carefully, deliberately, with full awareness of their cost. Because to sacrifice blindly, without reflection, is to surrender your soul to the fire without even knowing what you are burning it for. So, I ask you, what have you sacrificed in your pursuit of success? Was it worth it? Did it shape you? Or did it break you? That is the art of sacrifice. A masterpiece written not in glory, but in shadows. Not in applause, but in silence. Not in what the world sees, but in what you carry alone. And now, I leave the reflection to you. What is the greatest sacrifice you have made? Tell me in the comments. Share your truth. And if these words resonated with you, if they opened a wound or a memory or a thought you had buried, then like this video, subscribe to Philothoughts, and join me again as we descend deeper into the dark reflections of the human soul.